environment was very welcoming, and that drew me in.
To me, martial arts is something that I came into just looking for a way to get more physical exercise. And what really drew me to Seido Karate specifically is that the emphasis on mind, body, and spirit. So it's not just physical exercise, but that it's also a way to challenge your mind and develop emotional capabilities as well.
I never wanted to be a martial artist. It was never a dream of mine. And when I was 49 years old, I went to a performance of Thousand Ways Martial Arts in Self-Defense Center. And I fell in love with the beauty and the power of the art, particularly since it was being presented by a group of strong women. And I also found that night that there was a connection between martial arts and healing and self-defense.
I'm pleased to report that all of those aspects, fitness, empowerment, healing, and peacemaking, has applied to me throughout my whole tenure training here at this dojo.
I think what I love so much about the experience that I've had training in martial arts, and that my kid has had training in martial arts, is the lessons that I've gotten around stating what I need, but also paying attention to what other people are telling me.
I identify as a survivor of violence, of sexual abuse and incest. And something in me knew that I would find in martial arts a healing for those parts of me that had been damaged by that abuse. And indeed, I have found it to be so. Martial arts has forced me to be visible where I wanted to be invisible.
I know that I think the common perception of martial arts is that one is violent in some way. And I think that when I began to training, that was one of the first bubbles that would burst, if you will. It's exactly the opposite. Our goal is to create peace. And then how we do that, of course, is learning these skills to confront violence.
I think my expectation about martial arts and self-defense was that it was about aggression, an aggressive kind of strength. And what I found instead, and what has kept me coming back, is that it is about developing my own strength and understanding my own strength, but using it and understanding it in relationship with other people's strengths and needs, that it's a mutual respect.
And I think if I was going to pick one thing out that impacted me the most is Thousand Waves, right? I didn't notice this when I was a kid, but it was revolutionary that, men and women were like completely equal, trying to create this space where there wasn't tension, where men weren't on top, weren't dominating. And, martial arts in most places, that's the men's world. And I grew up in a place where that was not true. And it wasn't that there was a power imbalance, it was just that it was equal. And, that takes work, and there was a lot of work.
Well, first I would say that it's so awesome to be a part of a dojo where women are so at the forefront of not only leadership, but just the members of the dojo. So in that way, I have a lot of role models and people who inspire me to be strong.
Karate's always been kind of therapeutic. I really love how I can just relax, and I just feel confident in what my body knows to do. It's muscle memory, and that's very relaxing for me. But as a young woman, it's hard to feel confident in your body, especially in a Western culture where lots of body images are projected onto us. And even if you don't notice, you don't notice at all. They're on Instagram, they're in movies. It's just like this idea that, no, there's this one specific thing that is right, that's like beautiful. And that's not true, first of all. And I think that the confidence that I can control my body, I really know what's up with it, and I can move it, and I know how to control it.
It has given me opportunities to stand up and set boundaries. We practice in class saying what we want, saying what we need, which was not something that I learned to do as a survivor, and my art gave me opportunities to do that.
Growing up in the martial arts has really led me to be able to take risks in my life to make my life bigger and more exciting for me. I don't feel like there are things that I'm going to do that I'm less likely to be successful at because of my gender or my age. I'm confident I can do things.